believe it.
He's just completely, utterly in awe here.
That is a complete scandal. That is quite out of this world. I don't believe it! I don't believe it!
Morning.
Guys.
Morning.
You alright?
Happy news, I've got porridge, good porridge apparently, because I brought it in here just in case. Big bowl of porridge. No thanks mate. I always have a big bowl of porridge. I get a bit of stick off all the other boys because I like to bring my own if the hotel don't have it. And get home, these are basically the same bowls I have at home. Nice big bowl, keeps hunger away until lunch. A nice bowl of porridge, so keeps me happy. You know what?
Yeah, it looks like I'm sort of cocking in the
This guy doesn't need it. He doesn't need any lessons on his nutrition. He's. I wish I was as disciplined as. How old are you these days?
25, just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When did you birthday?
A couple of weeks ago, actually.
Was it?
Getting on a bit.
Didn't even know that. I wish I was as disciplined when I was maybe 25. I was just starting to get it, but when I thought you were like 23. When I was like 21, 22, I was like having KFC because I thought it gave me protein. Good protein. Like breakfast was like Weetabix, jam on toast, and then I wondered why like 10:30 I crashed.
Yeah. It's a good example to be following rooming with this man because you can see how
OCD.
everything. Yeah, OCD. And then you can see how everything needs to be done. You know, going into a tournament and out of tournament. So shared together quite a few times over the years now.
A few times actually. Yeah.
So yeah, it's great for me. I'll tell you that.
Obviously, it's the first round today. What was he like last night? Was he a nervous
away.
sleeper, or was he sound asleep?
Good. Everyone's been in good cheers, good mood. The
Qualifying well for the British boys, isn't it, as well, which is good.
yeah, the vibe was good last night. I think the mindset's positive at the moment. So I think we're looking forward to getting stuck in, aren't we? It's the last event of the season, so we're gonna empty the tank. You know, it's gonna be a good week.
I feel what was good yesterday was that everyone's talking about Egyptian dominance and next generation and stuff like that. It's probably an apt time to talk about the next generation of English players because obviously this week I just sort of announced I was going to do try and help out a little bit next year, and I think something like 6 out of the 8 qualifiers in the men were British, so it's a good start. Obviously Waller, Ben, George. But then as well Joel Making, Greg Globin as well, so who else? I'm missing someone as well.
George Potter.
Yeah, just said George.
Oh, said George.
Simpo as well got through, so it's like I think 6 out of the 8 were British, which is pretty good. It shows that we're in good hands going forward, hopefully. Glorious Yorkshire sunshine. No, you don't need Alguna or Mauritius or Dubai. Hull, Yorkshire. So the plan is to just head down to the venue now, Glass Court, practicing with Ali Farag, which should be fun. Always enjoy practicing with Ali actually. And then bit of a stretch foam roll, and then I'm going to nip to the uni to see Jade, the England squash physio. She's down there because the matches start there at 12, so she's going to be down there. Some of these guys, we're going to nip and see her, and then a bit of lunch, and then team nap with Deck. It's always nice when you and your roommate are on a sort of similar sort of timings. It was a bit of a shocker when one of you's playing at midday, or you're playing on alternate days even if the first round's split, and then everyone's on different timings. You can sort of get under each other's feet a little bit and that sort of thing, so it works out quite well that we're playing at the same time. Yeah, I sort of keep drifting onto, might be the last match sort of thing, but I'm doing my very best, my utmost to sort of try and make it as much of a normal day as possible. I think, you probably wouldn't be here for a start if it was a normal day. I know we need to have words with it. You didn't book in the final. You obviously not got much faith in me that you're filming me on the first round, as opposed to the final. We'll have to have words with that lack of faith, Nate. But know, apart from that, I'm trying to keep it as much of a normal day as possible, really. I think that it's natural for a couple of things to slip in, but if you sort of turn it into something more than that, I think there's a danger of, it could go both ways, couldn't it? It could give you an amazing edge, but at the same time it could be emotionally draining, and I'm a bit worried about that side. So certainly after my Commonwealth experience, where I think I sort of got that side slightly wrong, I'm conscious of just trying to make it as normal as possible, and what will be will be. Yeah, so let's see, fingers crossed I can do that. I've actually thoroughly enjoyed the year. I sort of base my enjoyment levels on, I base whether something's been a success or a failure on more than winning or losing nowadays. Base it on, you know, how I'm feeling, the enjoyment level, things like that, that sort of tangibles, rather than, you know, I'm sure there's loads of times in the past where I was winning and thought that that was successful, but I might not have been enjoying the process as much as I am now. So, you know, I want to go out while I'm loving this sport and feel like I've got more to give, rather than your last dregs of energy, like hating it, you know. That's not what I wanted to do. So just be nice, obviously, to get through to the weekend, and then everyone can come down and stuff like that, but what will be will be. Gadgets, foam rollers, one with the battery, one in case the battery runs out.
In the morning like this, Nick, do you work on anything specific in practice, or you mean is it just a case of getting the muscles loose?
Yeah, it sort of depends on sort of where I'm at and where, you know, you are in the tournament. You know, certainly before a first round, you know, you're still at that point where, you know, you've played on this court, you know, 100 times, but you still, every time it comes out, it plays differently, so you're still getting used to sort of like the ball and the feel and just finding your basics, really. You don't sort of overcomplicate it on a morning of the first time. You just want to be light 20-minute practice, feeling good, sort of you warm up, you activate things, but you're not trying to get yourself to a point of fatigue or anything. You know, you're just trying to get that nice balance between feeling fresh, feeling warmed up, but not overcooking it, and save that energy in the tank for later. And then if you have a day off, then you might work on something with your coach or something like that. But in that 20 minutes practice on the morning of a match, you know, you don't really, there might be something for a specific opponent, but apart from that, you just trying to just get your basics, just feeling like you've got a rhythm, and yeah, staying chilled. So.
Don't do a lot of kind of track work or anything anymore?
I don't do track now. I do lots of bike, lots of swimming, lots of like cross training, take the impact off. But then probably the main fitness stuff is a lot more sort of CrossFit and sort of circuits, and don't do as much sort of plyometrics or running or heavy repeated speed stuff now for the joints. But the stuff where I really get that high level of intensity is sort of like, call them MRT circuits, and really high intensity interval circuits, really. Yeah, Mark still trains me pretty hard. You need it, but his motto is training smart, which is pretty much been exactly what I've sort of tried to do over the last few years. But just means every now and again you know, to reach that top end, there's nothing that quite replicates that like playing. You know, you play a Gaultier and you go, wow, nothing that quite trains you for playing Gaultier than playing Gaultier. So, but I guess that was always the case. Just maybe you could sort of replicate that a bit more with the way I used to train, but I'd have retired at 32 if I'd still trained like that. So I signed for this balance, you know, signed for the trade-off. good practice partner.
Looked like you two were having a bit of a laugh on there as well.
Yeah, it's because we kept sending each other the wrong direction. No, it was good. He's a nice guy, Ali, isn't he? So it's always nice to practice with him. He's keeping things Dunlop this week, you know. Hitting with Greg yesterday, Ali today, and then sharing room with Deck. So just keeping it amongst our Dunlop squad. But no, yeah, it was good practice. We're ready now. Just going to have a foam roll, going then to the uni, see Jade, and then some downtime. It's my favourite part about the match day is the afternoon kip. Sold out for the squash at the uni. What's going on?
Looked after himself pretty well, to be fair to him. Give him his dues. He's pretty flexible. He's always been really strong. And he does actually do as you say, which I know is hard to believe, but he does.
So you're just trying to loosen him up a little bit for them?
Yeah, just making sure that everything's moving properly, that he's in a line, got good alignment in his pelvis. But he's just been pretty tight through here at the moment. And it feeds into his right glute and his right hip, which has been a bit stiff, so we're just trying to make sure he's moving like a dream.
Live about an hour away from here.
Yeah.
But obviously you stayed in Hull last night in the tournament hotel. Conscious decision?
Yeah, I mean, obviously pretty much based around glass court practice. You know, you don't want to travel too much. I mean, I've spent a bit of time in the car today just going for physio and whatnot, but you know, you don't want to be spending that long journey in the car unless you have to. But it's so nice to, you know, if you've got a day off in the past when I've played and you've not finished too late, you can go home that night, sleep in your own bed, see your coach at home, like get on court with Neil at Hallamshire the next day, and you know, you get away from the tournament and then you sort of come back that night and you get your glass court practice the sort of day before you play type thing, and it keeps you away from the busyness of the event, and it's such an advantage. I've actually never won in Hull, but I've always, touch wood, done like alright. I've got to a couple of finals and semis and what have you, and I've always felt like I've played pretty alright here. I think a lot of that is down to, you know, similar to Manchester, you've got that closeness to home. Quick bit of pasta, and then favourite part of the day, afternoon snooze. So what's coming up? I've been sent through some of the stats from Gareth from England Squash, who does all the stats and stuff. So I've got that. I've sort of had a look over that this morning while I was stretching. I used to probably get a bit more involved in watching some clips and some matches, but actually, in a weird sort of way, these days I find it actually hinders me. I can become sort of a bit over analytical, and I think it's just important these days that I get sort of my side of it right, and if I play the way I want to play, then I've got a really good chance and impose my sort of game a bit and be aware of a few things. But you know, someone like Tarek as well, I've played a lot of times, so it's not like, you know, I don't know what's coming. So yeah, I'll just try and switch off, if anything, and switch the mind off from the match and not think about it until I sort of wake up and head down about 5ish. I'm off to have a look at the back of my eyelids, and I'll see you later on.
Good afternoon, Nap.
Right, literally fell asleep like that. It was an amazing one. Didn't think I'd still be playing on a tour in 2018. I think I said I was going to retire in 2014. So yeah, still get that little buzz when you go into the venue for the batch. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Alarm British Open 2018 men's round 1 match. Tarek Momen of Egypt to serve. Nick Matthew of England to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all. Yes, lad. Player review, Matthew, on the yes, lad decision. Let's wait for the review, gentlemen. Good, all balls good. 12-10, game to Moman, 1 game all.
Jump shot hit the tin 10 minutes ago.
Level 8, game to Moman, 2 games all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Matthew.
I went through like 6 wins there.
You just played the best 5th game I've ever seen from anybody. Yeah, you do it.
I'm just not sure what I did to that finger. You see it there? Look how thick it is.
It's like you bruised the capsule around that little
like
joint.
Just like Beach saying, like he's had ones for like where you might maybe like pop a blood vessel or something.
Or you could have just overstretched the capsule there and bruised
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it was just felt like it was going like numb. Yeah, it was a pretty tough match. The body doesn't quite recover as quick as it used to do, but so I reckon I'll be grateful for the day off tomorrow. Reset, get in the gym, another session with Jade tomorrow, and then be hopefully firing on all cylinders on Thursday.
Emotionally, how are you feeling now? You've had a bit of time off.
Yeah, like settled down. Obviously, it was like my final that a little bit. So I think from an emotional point of view, it's good that I've got the day off tomorrow as well. I reckon. Just means you can reset a little bit and sort of almost start the tournament again Thursday. I think it'll be the mentality. Get into it as a normal, sort of trying to feel like in the normal sense of the word now.
Yeah.
And yeah, sort of, you very, very much, squash, any sport, but particularly squash has that way of sort of like bringing you back down to earth. So, you need to do that before it does it to you. You can't get carried away because it's the type of thing you can feel like you're $1 million after that win, and then, really get brought down to earth by someone else upsetting you the next day. So I really need to be aware of that and make sure I do everything the same as what I would have done against top 5 opponents today, and not take, someone like Rafa who's improving really a lot, like, really rapidly. Don't take him lightly even for like 1 second, and try and impose myself, but look forward to the day off first and have a restful day. And I said I didn't want to, like Tuesday, I didn't feel like going out on the Tuesday night, so I was like pushing hard, and I felt like, there was times when I felt it, there was other times where I felt physically really strong. So, the games that I won, I think I came through all those games really well, playing some really good stuff. I knew that my game was tuned into that top sort of 5, top 6 standard, because the last few matches I've played have been against the likes of Gaultier, Rosner, Shabaghi. So I was tuned into the standard that needed to play. It was just in case of whether I was able to play at that standard for long enough, and I sort of just about managed it. been a good day. You know, I couldn't have you following me and then go out on a whimper, so obviously pushed hard, and yeah, it's been an emotional day, and proud of my performance, and hopefully everyone's had a bit of an insight into a typical day at a tournament, and I'll see you all again. Well, I won't see you again on Thursday because you've been like a bad smell hanging around me all day today, and I'll be glad to be rid of you, and I won't see you on Thursday, so a bit like, yeah, see you later. No, it's been fun, and hopefully everyone's got a good insight into sort of day in the life sort of thing, and enjoyed it.
And for you now tonight, what's the plan, and what next couple of days?
Eat and then probably pass out. Nice day off tomorrow, so just a recovery session, physio, plenty of food, bit of a nap, basically have a rest day recovery, and yeah, regroup and then start again Thursday.